wet. It's looking good. At the moment there's almost no wind, no clouds. So we're going up there today, exploring that. I'm using my summer sleeping bag. It's a down sleeping bag, but it's quite thin. So I slept with my tracky decks over my walking pants. It's really nice and warm. Same for the jumper. It's a MacPack fleece jumper. Not too thick, but it's just warm enough. Whew. Now let's get ready then. I'll start packing, and then slowly we start making our way up the hill. Yeah, not bad, eh? Making some good ground. I left camp about 20 minutes ago. I'm probably halfway up to the ridge. From here it doesn't look that far, but it's quite a dense shrub I have to go through. But there is a clear trail though. I'm not going cross country at this point. So looking good. And that's where we came from. The lake. What a morning. There's hardly any wind. Very, very light breeze at the moment. I assume it will be different once we're up the ridge. But even so, it's, yeah, perfect conditions. Maybe a little bit too warm for my liking, but I'm not complaining. Whew. Took my jumper off, it's getting warm now. Woo. What a shot! Awesome. We're getting closer. I'm at 1100, oh, just over 1100 meters. I only climbed 100 meters from the lake. Ooh, slow going. It's getting steeper from here. But yeah, it's worth it. Absolute fantastic. Yeah, what a stunning morning, eh? Wow. It's very slow going here. At least with the pack. But there is something. Oh yeah. Well, when you walk through terrain like this, just by yourself, almost feels like you're exploring new land, you know. So the goal is to go on that ridge over there. So where I am at the moment is just a warm-up. We still maybe in good. I've walked an hour from the lake. Very slow going, but yeah, that's what I expected in terrain like this. I'm not in any hurry, so enjoying it. I was thinking while I'm walking here at the alpine areas, this reminds me on the trip I did with Dirk and Mount Anne. But actually Mount Anne is not too far from here, and we probably can get a glimpse of it later on when we're at the highest point. It's in that direction. Okay, I dropped my pack. I just wanted to walk to the edge of these cliffs to see if we can pick up some views from the lake, and we can. Look at this. Nice. So at this point I have been walking an hour and a half, very slowly. Alright, a little rest. Gonna have another smoothie, a berry one, and have breakfast cake or peperkoek, or ontbijtkoek in Dutch. It's a Dutch treat, very yummy with good butter. Gonna have it as it is. You can see it's a big lump, 400 grams, so I'm happy when that is gone. It's dry though. This smoothie is quite nice, but tastes a bit more like milkshake. There's a lot of milk powder, I reckon, in there, but tastes okay. Alright, the boulder's gotten a bit bigger, similar to the ones at Mount Anne. Alright, it shouldn't be too far now. It doesn't go steep though, but yeah. The weather has changed a little bit. Still, the wind is still very low, but some clouds rolled in. Yeah, not there yet. Wow. So the gradient is stopping off, but not the ruggedness. Woo. Spectacular landscape though. Alright, almost there. The summit is over there. But that has been a longer trek than I expected. Alright, this peak is called Snowy South. There's also in Snowy North, a fair bit away from this area though. This is about 1400 meters, which for Tasmania standards is fairly high. I think Mount Ossa is the tallest mountain in Tassie, just I think over 1600 meters. But yeah, views are epic on a day like this. You got Mount Anne in the far distance. I can see the Western Artes as well. Pretty awesome, and still the wind is very low, and I'm quite surprised with that. But as you can see, this summit is very rugged, and it was a bit of a slog to come up here with the pack. Probably not the wisest thing to do. I could have easily dropped it off earlier, but yeah, here we are. Wow, it's noon, 12 p.m. Took me just over 4 hours to get here from the lake. 4 hours and 15 minutes, but I've been going slowly. I had a break or two, so maybe I walked only 3.5 hours. Woo! So initially I had some plans to go over to that area. It looks actually, when you're on that side, it's not as rough as where I am at the moment, but I'm not that keen actually now to go through this little the water saddle over there. In any way I would have to come back the same way. It's not a circuit. There is a track on that side. It goes on that highest point and it slopes down a bit, and that actually is a circuit, but it's not necessarily connected, so you have to go cross country. Gonna make this camp. Alright, I will camp out here tonight. Looks like an awesome spot. If we have a nice sunrise, we can see it rising from there. Alright, dinner time. Today we're going to make a delicious macaroni with tomato sauce with some Parmesan cheese with some salmon pieces, which I had yesterday, which I will have tomorrow and probably the day after. Don't want to use too much water. Need some tomorrow. Alright, here we go. Burn baby burn. The sauce. Salmon pieces. Gonna mix it all together. The pot is a little on the tiny side. Trust me, it tastes better than it looks like. Well guys, I'm back in my tent, in my sleeping bag, dressed up for the night. Not sure if it's going to be as cold as yesterday, but last night it was pretty damn cold. Well guys, that's all for today. I'm going to sleep in a moment and I'll see you in the early morning. Good morning all. Another beautiful morning. Absolutely no wind. We're waiting for the sun to rise. To be spectacular. No sound. I had again a pretty good sleep. I woke up this morning for the first time 2 a.m. when I checked the time. And the second time was around 4:45, and for me that's actually pretty good. And I wanted to get up a little bit earlier anyways because I want to see the sunrise from the rocks here behind me. You can see those beautiful rocks. Alright, time to move on. Everything packed. I'm gonna make my way to the big boulder field again. Here we are. Straight to the middle. How stunning. I am out of this big boulder field. There's still some boulder fields to come, but they're smaller. Man, what an epic terrain it is. Love it. Specifically on a morning like this. You can't get it any better. No wind. Ah, stunning. Taking it all in, it's beautiful. Last piece of paper cook or breakfast cake. Big piece though. Alright, I'm starting on the descent back to the lake. Alright, back at the lake. So it's 9:30 AM. Took me about 2 hours and 20 minutes to come down from camp till here, and that was at an easy pace with about 10 to 15 minutes breaks, if you like, and stoppage. So I think you can do it in just over 2 hours and still not really pushing it. But that's obviously coming down. Going up is probably half an hour longer. Alright, gonna have a little break here. We're gonna change my long pants for shorts. It's gonna be warm now. And obviously fill up the containers with some fresh water. So a little update on my new walking boots. So this is the third day that I'm wearing these boots, and they're absolutely awesome so far. No discomfort whatsoever. I have to stand out for the opportunity to dry it out a bit, and actually it's pretty much dry now. Alright, gonna pack it all away and walk back to the car.